Our first award is in the category of climate change. To present the award, I'm thrilled to introduce someone who's been engaging the creative community on climate change since she and her husband, along with Alan and Cindy Horn, co-founded the Environmental Media Association nearly 25 years ago. She's an award winner herself. This year, the UCLA Institute of the Environment and Sustainability recognized her and Al Gore for their extraordinary environmental accomplishments. I'm especially glad that she is on the board of Hollywood Health and Society. Please join me in welcoming Lynn Lear.
Thank you, Marty. Norman and I are delighted to be here and so glad that the Sentinel for Health Awards now recognize climate change. Clearly, in my mind, the most important issue on the planet. There's one finalist in this category, and that's HBO's Realtime with Bill Maher. Let's take a look.
But first up, he is the famed environmental photographer whose quest to document the Earth's vanishing glaciers is the subject of his new book, Ice, Portraits of Vanishing Glaciers, and the new film, Chasing Ice. James Balog. James.
Since 2006, I've been watching the retreat of glaciers in various places around the Northern Hemisphere, primarily with this project called the Extreme Ice Survey. And we put out time-lapse cameras at glaciers in places like Greenland and Iceland and Alaska, and these cameras sit on the bedrock alongside the glaciers, and they shoot every hour or every half hour. They just click away as long as it's daylight, and they've amassed a 1 million image archive in the past 6 years, of how the ice is retreated as a consequence of climate change.
The one thing that bothers me is that people have taken global warming and they have made it a blood sport.
People?
People, yes. Either one side says either you believe in it and, this is the gospel, and the other folks who say, no, we don't believe in it.
One side believes in the science.
No,
again, this is not a debate.
But here's my debate.
But that's how you're couching it.
That's exactly right.
And this is the media's problem.
No, but here is the problem. I think that we can respectfully agree to disagree. We might not all agree in the science. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
We can disagree
because if you're wrong, we're dead.
No.
This is, we can disagree on how to handle it. We can't disagree on whether it exists, because it does.
I'm on the environmental committee.
Right.
I'm on the energy committee. Leading scientists in the world tell us that if we don't radically change our carbon consumption by the end of this century, let me finish. By the end of this century, this planet is going to warm by 8 degrees Fahrenheit.
There is such a simple solution. It's so simple. Let's take 50 hardcore global warmer doubters. We'll put them on the global Arctic ice, and if they're there 5 years from now, they win.
The judges loved this submission. The images of melting glaciers are shocking. And they were shocking to Norman and me, too, when Jim Balog first screened Chasing Ice for us. If any of you haven't seen it, you really must. It's not only incredible footage, but it's gorgeous as well. I think the judges admired the potent mix of science, politics, and comedy. Here to accept the Sentinel for Health Award for Climate Change is executive producer Scott Carter. Scott, please come on up. There you go, Scott. So welcome.
Thank you. Let me, I'm going to set this here for a moment. Thank you all very much, and for this honor, and if Bill were able to be here, he's preparing for the show that we're going to do tomorrow. He would thank the Hollywood Health and Society, and then probably follow it with something jarringly inappropriate that would make everyone very uncomfortable. In a country in which F. Scott Fitzgerald said that there are no second acts, we at Realtime with Bill Maher have been blessed to have been picked up by Chris Albrecht and Carolyn Strauss at HBO, and to now gratefully serve under Richard Plepler and Mike Lombardo and Sue Nagel and Nina Rosenstein. And so I accept this award On behalf of a team of writers, producers, staff, and crew with whom I am honored to work, the most senior of whom are Sheila Griffiths, Dean Johnson, Billy Martin, the writers Chris Kelly, Mary Knowles, Brian Jacobs Maher, and of course Bill, we've long maintained that environmental issues do not get enough attention. So I'm glad that it's been included as part of the dominion for this organization. We don't think it gets enough attention from the media, for whom the planet's destruction isn't apparently sexy enough, to liberal politicians who won't fight, to Christian conservatives who think they can best honor God by trashing his creation. As Bill often says, if we have no environment, we have nothing. We hold that truth to be self-evident, but let's remember that those who first invoked that phrase needed to then fight and win a battle, as we must now, so that each year Hollywood Health and Society has a really tough time choosing who to honor for what is ultimately just speaking truth to power and doing the right thing. And I was delighted by this clip because it shows both the discussions that we do and the guests that we have, and we're in sort of a golden age of documentaries where so many wonderful works are being done on this topic. But let me just leave you with a couple of jokes and new rules that we have done about the environment. One major reason pollsters say people have stopped thinking about global warming being real is that we had a very cold, snowy winter, which is like saying the sun might not be real because last night it got dark. And my car's not real because I can't find my keys. Two new rules. New rule, oil companies must stop with the advertisements implying that they're friends of the environment. At ExxonMobil, we care about a thriving wildlife. Please. The only thing an oil executive has in common with a seagull is they both steal French fries from a baby. And finally, new rule. From now on, Earth Day must really be a year-round thing. And in honor of this Earth Day, starting Monday, supermarket clerks must stop putting the big bottle of detergent with a handle on it in a plastic bag. I don't mean to tell you how to do your job, but you see that handle you just lifted the detergent with? I can use that same handle to carry the detergent to my car. And stop putting my liquor in a smaller paper sack before you put it in the big paper sack with my other stuff. What, are you afraid my groceries will think less of me if they see that I've been drinking? Trust me, the broccoli doesn't care, and the condoms already know. Thank you very much.